The thought of making a change can be so intimidating and so scary that we end up doing nothing. Even though that we want to live life in abundance, we want to have the perfect job, we want to have the yacht, the cars, the house, everything that we want, just that simple thought of change can just freeze us to our core. Now this is a huge tragedy because that fear that stops us, right? The fear is the devil. It's preventing us from doing the things that we want to do, that we get all excited and really, encouraged, and we have that momentum that we want to do something, we want to change our lives. But then when we really start to think about it, all those what if this goes wrong starts to happen, and we end up doing nothing, leaving us with that question, well, what if I was just able to do it? What if I didn't let fear prevent me from doing the things that I really wanted to do? In this episode, we're going to talk about how fear, anxiety, and worry can prevent us from doing the things that we want to do, and how we can overcome those fears, that anxiety, and that worry, and will allow us to be able to do the things that we want to do the activity that we need to do to live our life the way that we want to live. Hi, my name is Michael Ferrara, and I help entrepreneurs and network marketers build a business and a lifestyle that they truly love and enjoy by teaching them how to unlock their inner power. So let's look at 5 main reasons that cause fear and anxiety and what we can do about them to be able to push past them, be able to do the actions that we need to do to live the lifestyle that we really want to live. So number 1 is fear of the unknown, right? I mean, just the thought of what if this could go wrong, or I have no idea what's going to happen, can cause you just to want to go back and crawl into bed and hide under the covers, right? It will prevent us from doing it because we get so worked up and so scared of the unknown. We're so worried about that future result that may or may not happen that it prevents us from actually taking the actions that we need to get to where we really want to get to. See, change is scary. And to your subconscious mind, this could be life or death. So it's going to do everything that it can to prevent you from taking those actions, to put you in that uncomfortable situation, to put you in that life or death situation. See, your subconscious mind is there to protect you. It wants you to be safe. Even though that comfortable situation, maybe you living in your car, right? But to your subconscious mind, that's normal. That's not different. The minute that you try to do something different, it's like, whoa, back up. This could be life or death. Now let's just say for a second that your subconscious mind worked in a different way. What if when you went to try something different, you automatically went to, what if this positive outcome happened, right? Like, I'm going to try this new thing and everything awesome is going to happen, right? We're not thinking about, what if, I fail at this? What if I'm not able to pay my bills anymore? What if my house gets repoed? What if they take away my cars? And all these negative things that stop you dead in your tracks and prevent you from moving forward. What if you had that positive thought? Like, man, I'm going to start this and I am just going to make so much money. I'm going to be able to buy that yacht, that house, get the cars I want. Everything is just going to happen for me. It's going to be so magical and so awesome. So if we just flip that script and we change the way that we're thinking, this can allow us to be able to do those actions and those activities that are going to get us to where we want to go. Now, I know this is way easier said than done. Trust me. Been there, done that, still there, right? But just think back to all those things that you worried about, right? Think about something that you really worried about. You got really worked up, anxiety, like you didn't want to leave bed, you didn't want to do anything. The world was going to end if you did this one thing. And then think about what actually happened. Did that outcome actually happen that you thought was going to happen? 99% of the time, the things that we worry about most never, ever, 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 ever happen, right? See, our mind is the greatest drama-producing thing there is. It runs this drama script over and over and over again that we start making up these illusions of the inevitable, right? The doom. It's just everything is going to come crashing down. So simply by changing that script and changing our mindset to think, what about the great outcome? What about the positive outcome? If I push through this, what can this change? And then if we also think about, what if we don't do anything? Are we still going to be in the same spot that we were, 5 years ago? Or are we going to move forward? So if we don't do anything different, is that more scary than doing something different? See, if you want to get somewhere, you have to change, right? You can't become someone else without becoming a new person. You can't have something new without doing something different than you're currently doing, right? Now, in every episode, I like to give you a valuable free resource. And in this episode, I want to give you my How to Explode Your Income with These Money Mindset Hacks. And in this free resource, you're going to find some valuable information. It's going to teach you how to start changing your mindset, right? How to think positively and how to attract positive things to you. I know you're going to get some valuable information on it. I know it's going to help you as it helps me. So make sure you click the button below around this video and pick up your free resource today. Number 2 is doubting ourselves, right? Like, I could never do that. I can't be like them. You know, they're able just to go up and talk to anyone. They just have that personality about them. They are able to just go in a room and everyone naturally likes them, right? See, the biggest thing that we do is we start to compare ourselves to other people. No two people are alike. Everyone is different. Everyone matures at a different rate. Everyone grows at a different rate. You know, and this brings me to a story that I heard at an event, right? So this pastor was having a Bible class, okay? And there's 5 people in this class. And he brought everyone down. He said, okay, listen, class, I'm going to give each and every one of you a plant. You know, it's going to be a pot with soil in it, and we're all going to put a seed in it. We're going to water it. We're going to put it in sunlight, and we're going to see whose plant grows the best. All right, so they all took their plants, and they went home. Well, one of the guys in the class, his name was Mike, right? And he called his buddy up, Darnell, and he's like, hey, man, how's your plant growing? And he's like, dude, my plant is freaking just growing outside of this pot. I need to get a bigger pot. It's growing so much. And he's looking at his plant, and he's like, dude, my plant's barely growing. Like, it barely broke the surface. What am I doing wrong? There's no way he's beating me. So he took his plant, and he started giving it more water. Put it by better sunlight. You know, and then he calls someone else in the class. Her name was Mary. And he's like, hey, Mary, how's your plant doing? She's like, I've done everything. I've watered this plant, put it in sun, but it's just dead. I don't understand it. It grew really nice, and then now it's all dead. You know, which in a way he felt kind of good. He's like, all right, good. You know, at least my plant's not dead. I'm beating her, right? So this went on for like a week. So the next Sunday they all come back to class, right? And he walks in with his little plant, little flower coming out, and then there's Mike walking in, you know, pretty much dragging his plant because it's like hanging over onto the ground. You know, he drags it in, and he's like all kind of mad, you know, like, well, why is he better than me? Why is he able to grow his plant way better than me? And the pastor's just laughing. He's like, they're like, well, what's so funny? And he's like, well, guys, I gave each and every one of you a different seed. And each one of those seeds and plants are going to grow at different speeds. You know, so not 2 of those are going to grow the same. They're all going to grow differently. And that's the point of this. We can't compare ourselves to other people because some people may mature a lot quicker. Some people may grow quicker. Some people may catch on to something a lot quicker than you, where it might take you a little bit more time to figure it out. So there's nothing wrong with going slow or going fast or doing it your way, right? Or taking the time and doing the things that you need to do to develop the person that you need to be. But when you're comparing yourselves to other people, it's going to discourage you. It's going to get you down because you're like, well, why can't I be like that person? Because you're not that other person, right? You're you. And there's only one of you. And you can only grow and do the things that you're capable of doing. And it may take you a little bit more time than someone else. But that doesn't mean that you're not going to be successful. It doesn't mean that you're not going to be as good as that person or better, right? So number 2 is doubting yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Grow at your own speed. Don't worry about other people. Don't worry about, you know, if they're doing better than you, how come they're making sales and how come you can't make sales? You know, everyone puts all this competition around. You know, like any sales group or any direct selling, network marketing group, anything like that, it's always these competitions, right? Like, this person signed up 10 new people this week. What's your problem? To me, that's crap. I mean, competition's good, but at the same time, it can't be there to put people down, to discourage people. Because when you feel discouraged, you don't have that motivation. You don't have that spark to keep going. And you never know, that next person that you might talk to could be the one that changes your life. But if you keep comparing yourself to other people and thinking, well, when's this going to happen for me? You just end up quitting and you don't keep pushing forward. So don't focus on the results. Only focus on the actions, because actions is the only thing you can control, And never doubt yourself, because you're awesome and you can do it. Number 3, do an internal test. What I mean by this is when you think about doing something different, all right, whether it's joining a network marketing company, going out on your own, being an entrepreneur, coming up with a new product, new service, new idea, whatever it is, starting a new sales job, starting a new job, anything that you think that you want to do, okay? Here's what I recommend. This is the internal test that I use, and you can use it too, because your body is going to tell you how you feel about it, right? So maybe it's not something you want to do. So here's what you do. Think about what you want to do, then go sit down, lay down, get in a comfortable situation, just close your eyes, all right? And think about that job. Think about that opportunity. Think about what it is that you're about to embark on, and see if it scares the crap out of you, or see if it excites you. If it scares the crap out of you, maybe you shouldn't be doing it, because guess what? That fear, that anxiety, that worry that your body's telling you about before you even start what you're about to do, you're probably not going to enjoy it. Even if you start doing good at it, but you just have that deep down, feeling of, I don't want to do this, it's not going to be long lasting. It's going to be temporary. It's going to be this short thing. But if you think about it and it excites you, that's the one you want to pursue. Because even though it's scary, even though you're going to worry about it, even though you're going to get that anxiety, the end result of what it can be excites you. So it's going to keep you in it. It's going to keep you in the game. It's going to keep you doing those actions and activities that you need to do to be successful. And then it's just going to be awesome. The magic's going to happen. So like I said, do that internal test. Think about what it is that you want to do. See if it scares the crap out of you. See if it makes you feel bleh, or see if it makes you excited. Because that excitement is what's going to keep you going at it, because it's going to be tough. Anything that you do that is worthwhile is going to be tough. You're going to go through some crap. You're going to go through some downtimes. You're going to go through some uptimes. It's going to be this roller coaster ride. And if you don't have that excitement, you're not going to keep pushing through. So do the internal test. See how you feel deep down. If you feel good, pursue it. If you don't, think about something else. Number 4, you always have options. You always have choices. You may right now be sitting in a job that you absolutely hate. You can't stand going to every day, and you think you don't have any choice, right? You think, okay, well, if I quit my job, guess what? I'm be unemployed, can't pay for my house, can't pay for my car, can't eat. All these bad things are going to happen. So I really don't have a choice. I have to continue working this job that I hate, right? This is never the case. You always have options. You always have choices. Now, I'm not saying just go quit your job and start doing something that you love to do on the whim that it might make the money that you want to make. It's going to take time. So even though that you hate that job that you're doing, you have a choice, right? You can start doing something on the side. You can start working towards that goal that you want to go to, right? But you can't always put yourself in that corner like, well, I would love to live in abundance. I would love to live that lifestyle. I'd love to travel all the time. I'd love to do this, this, and this, but I can't because you know what? I'm stuck in this job I hate, and if I quit, I'm not going to be able to do anything, so I guess this is just the cards that I'm dealt. That's a bunch of crap, right? So you always have a choice, and the more you start opening up your mind, and the more you start getting that positive, thoughts coming in, the more the opportunities are going to open up for you. All right, the more options are going to become available to you. The more things are going to just kind of pop up in front of you. It's amazing when you get the right mindset, what happens, what thoughts come into your head, what feelings you start to get, and what magic starts to happen. But you got to be thinking positive, right? Not negative, not lack. You got to think in abundance, not in thought of lack. Okay, right? You don't want to just stay in that job that you hate just because you think you don't have a choice, right? When you're thinking about doing something different and how scary it may be, think about where you're at right now. Does it scare you to death to keep doing the things that you're doing right now and living the life that you're living? Or is it worth taking that chance? Is it worth stepping out of your comfort zone and moving towards that lifelong dream, moving towards that life in abundance, moving towards that lifestyle that you want to live, the traveling, the whatever it is that you want? Is it more scary to stay put? Or is it worth stepping out of that comfort zone and facing fear head on, moving towards your goal. So don't let fear paralyze you. Fear is the devil. Fear is going to hold you back, right? God wants you to live in abundance. God wants you to be prosperous. God put this earth on this planet for you. Everything out there is for you. You're put here to experience it all. The devil's the one that's holding you back. So don't settle. Don't think that you don't have a choice. You can do whatever you want to do if you believe you can do it. Is it going to take time? Absolutely. You can't wake up tomorrow and just have everything that you want. It would be awesome, but you can't do it. Okay? It's going to take years. But if you consistently work at it, it's going to be worth it. Because anything in life worthwhile, it's not going to be easy. There is no easy button. And if someone tells you that it's going to be easy, they're straight up lying to you. Run away from it. And if it is easy, it's probably not going to be worth it, and it's probably not going to last. Right? So, is fear scary? Yes. Is change scary? Absolutely. But the most successful people in this world failed the most times. So don't be afraid to fail. Go out there and fail as much as you can. Fail your way to success. Because if you're so afraid to fail, you ain't going to do nothing. It's going to stop you. That change, that fear, that anxiety, it's just going to keep you where you're at. If you want to stay where you're at, keep doing what you're doing. If you want to live that lifestyle that you want to live, that you see these other people living and you wonder, how come they get to live lifestyle and I don't? Then you need to take the actions and move towards it. You need to think properly. You need to change your mindset. When you change your mind, you can change your world, right? So go ahead, pick up my free resource, How to Explode Your Income with These 5 Money Mindset Hacks. It's going to get you started on changing your mind, flipping the script, thinking about the positive outcomes, not the negative outcomes. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. I appreciate you. I know you're awesome. I know you can do whatever you want to do. Don't let change stop you. Don't let the fear prevent you from doing the things that you want to do, because you are awesome. You were put on this earth to be awesome, and you can do whatever you believe you can do. If you believe you can't, you're right. If you believe you can, you're right. Henry Ford said that. He was a very smart man. Speaking of Henry Ford, think about the Model T. How did the Model T get its name? Well, Model A through S, failed. Model T, success. What if he stopped after B, C, and D? Wouldn't have it, would you? So don't give up. Don't be scared to fail. Failure is good. It gets you to success. You can't have one without the other. You can't have flowers and trees without thunderstorms, right? So go out there, be awesome, smile. Looks good on you, feels good. I appreciate you, and I will see you on the next episode. Have an awesome day, everyone. Bye-bye.